All BKFC fans, all fight sport fans, combat sports fans, tune in February 7th, 2026, in the heart of Philadelphia for I'm going in for a BKFC debut. Me and my opponent are going to put on absolute fireworks for as long as it lasts. It could last 10 seconds. It could last all 3 rounds. But no matter what, you're all going to be on the edge of your seat. You're going to be excited. You're going to be entertained.
What's up, fight fans? Chris here, Combat Loop MMA. I got a golden ticket winner, but guess what? Willy Wonka Factory, not it. We're in BKFC. Matt, the the Jedi, what is going on, my friend?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Hey, you know what? Your nicknames are the nickname's easy. The last name's a little bit difficult. But I'm so excited to get you inside of here. We've been watching you in the UFC. And now we got you in the BKFC. We're going to see that explosion going on the scene. How was Philadelphia, my dude?
Philly was awesome, man. It was actually my birthday.
What?
Yeah, it was
My
my
God.
birthday, and so BKFC rescheduled. I think they originally was supposed to be like a few weeks before that, and then they rescheduled it. And I noticed it was on my birthday, and I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm going to try out for BKFC on my birthday. But I went up with one of my best friends, Dave White. He's a heavyweight MMA professional. He went up to try out with me as well, so we just carpooled up, and the whole experience was really cool, man. I was actually really impressed with how BKFC ran it. Just like from the outside looking in on a surface level, sometimes you'd be like, oh, BKFC, like, wonder, like, are people going to be beating the shit out of each other trying to fucking get an opportunity? But no, everyone there was like they stressed technique, control, like, especially when we got into the sparring rounds. They're like, we want to see you exercise control and technique and show us your skills, not just go in there and try to like beat the crap out of each other. So that was really nice and refreshing. Everybody there in the organization was very friendly, very knowledgeable. So it was really cool, dude. We did like the calisthenic warm-ups, kind of warming up, and I think they were kind of testing people's basic cardio,
Yep.
and something like the athletic ability. So like I was a breeze for me, man. And then we did like what was it? We did the shadow boxing rounds. They were kind of moving around, seeing how you look when you're shadow boxing. We did like 3 rounds of that. And then we got on the heavy bag. And I think they just gave you 2 minutes, like a 2 minute round to go ham on it, dude. And that at least that's what I thought they wanted to see. Just like show us what you got for 2 minutes on the bag, making contact. So I beat the crap out of that thing for 2 minutes straight. And then we did the power punch machine or whatever, dude. I've never done one of those things for as long as
Yeah, they're
I've been in.
funky.
It's cool, man. It's really
Yeah.
cool. But yeah, so after the power punch, we did all the technical sparring and stuff like that. Interviews, yeah, it was just really, really well put together, really well run, and it just gave me a good little platform to be myself and show them some of my skills.
Dude, I mean, you come from the UFC. We talked about it. It's God's plan. Being your birthday, it had to be God's plan for you to be able to get that golden ticket. Now, tell me how you felt kind of walking into it. I mean, it's a savage sport. You've been in the UFC, so you've been at the top of the top. Then you go into the BKFC. What were you expecting? I mean, we kind of see like savageness, but were you really expecting to be fine-tuned and to really see all that really top of the level BKFC stuff?
To a degree, but like obviously it's a younger sport. It's still growing and it's in its earlier stages, quote unquote earlier. It's still obviously
Yeah.
evolving and it's becoming big, very, very big. Um, so yeah, I wasn't exactly sure what to expect, man. And I think that was honestly helped me. Because I've overthought things before and had like all these expectations of things going into something, and then it was like completely different, and then it just kind of like fucks with your head a little bit. So I think just from the perspective wise, I was like, I don't really know what to expect, and I'm at peace with that. So I think that was kind of my mentality going into it is like, let's just see how this goes. Let's have fun with it, and let's just be myself, and let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah. Well, being such a high level UFC fighter, what are you expecting coming into BKFC? Are you expecting to be a top echelon guy to perform, to try to get to that belt, try to be a top five fighter all the time? Are you just trying to see where you belong?
I'd say primarily I want to be one of the best, man. I think you have to have that mentality, man, especially
Oh
in
yeah.
fighting. You know what I mean? You can't really like pitter patter going there. Like I am definitely trying to become the best possible fighter I can become. But like that leaves a lot of room. Like you're kind of still aimless with all that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of room for a subjective view to like take that however you want it. But I think having the target of champion, having the target of top five, it kind of like narrows and fine tunes your focus, right? So when I'm making decisions on a day-to-day basis, like, okay, I'm trying to be the best fighter I can become. All right, well, that leaves a lot of room for me to do what I want to do, but still become the best fighter I could become. But then I'm like, no, 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 I want to be top five. I want to be a champion at BKFC. Okay, that narrows my decisions down a lot more.
It dwindles it. Yeah, it dwindles it quite a bit when you start doing that.
Okay. Oh yeah, hold on. This is my little bro. Oh,
What's
man.
up, bro?
He's about to go.
Does he beat you up or you beat him up?
A little bit of both. A little bit of
All
both.
right.
That's how it is with the semi bros, man. He's my younger brother, and then I got an older brother, Mike. And yeah,
Was that a fight all the time too with the older brother?
yeah, dude. Up to a certain point, we fought like all the time growing up, and then I think we got to like both got into high school, and then we all just kind of like chilled out, and then ever since then, I aside from us sparring each other and beating the crap out of each other, like I can't even remember the last time I even got into an argument with my older brother, man.
No, the
It's
younger one, you're going to
never,
get to it all the time. You got it's like he's trying to get to. There's a level of dominance, and he wants to be where your level of dominance is. But you got to always remind him who the lion is and who the other one's trying to get to the lion.
yeah. Sambo's the young lion on the come up, man. He's taking his beatings and his lickings now, learning how to be a tough nail, but
Yeah,
we're also teaching him how to be the hammer as well.
that's important. You got to know each one, and you got to be a kind, compassionate, loving person, and know when to be the hammer and when to be the nail, my man. So it's always important. Now, I want to know what your mindset was, and like your mindset going into the tryouts. Or was it like, hey, I'm going to get this golden ticket. It's my birthday, or were you like, I don't know what's really about to happen when I go into this?
You kind of have like an inkling, I guess you could call it intuition or gut feeling and stuff like that. In my mind, I was talking to my homie Dave after the fact when we were on our way home and I had the golden ticket. I was like, man, I was like, I feel like I have an advantage had an advantage going into the on a lot of people because I have my UFC background. I already have like a pretty big like people know who I am. And then just like my skills that I've grown themselves, like objectively speaking, like when they're watching me, I was like, dude, like I feel like I'm on a whole nother level than anybody in here. And again, like I I didn't know everybody in there. I knew like maybe one or two people who were trying out. Other than that, like your guess is as good as mine as how experienced or how deep these guys' skill levels go. So I figured in my mind, I probably have a better shot at least getting more eyes on me. So I need to take advantage of that and I need to make the most of it was kind of where my head was at going into it. But again, like you got to humble yourself. So I think me going in there acting like the ticket was mine already and stuff like that probably wouldn't have boded well for me. You know what I mean? My mentality, my perspective is very, very key. Your attitude is very key when you're doing anything. So that's kind of like the way I was looking at it. Confident that I was going to get it, pretty sure that I was going to have an advantage at getting it, but also not laying down any sort of like, oh yeah, this is 100% happening.
Yeah, you want to be humble. I mean, that's kind of God's plan is being humble all the time. So you need to be humble in victory and you need to be humble in defeat. So that's a great mindset to have. Tell me about two raw cut. Did you get to meet the other golden ticket winner? Man, this dude was 41-0 as a boxer. So he has all this, credibility coming in as an amateur fighter, not really in the pro level, that pro level, but man, you have 41 amateur fights, and that's not including everything else, but 41 in those fights, that's a lot of fights, man. So I don't know if you get to meet him and get to actually talk to him. And what was that experience like?
Well, I guess technically I did get to meet him when we both got our tickets, shook hands real fast, and then faced off, and then we got like real close to each other. Just basically like your typical stare down, man, collecting data on each other. But yeah, he seems just like he says, man. He seems like he's a dog. He seems like he's got a lot of experience. Working with very high level guys. When you're a high level amateur like that with that amount of fights, he's probably working with a lot of high level pros.
Gold
I
gloves.
listened to your interview with him, Olympians and stuff and like that. So um, I think he's got very good skill, and he's also got. I'll say put it this way: two sides of the coin of fighting. You have the tactical, technical skills you develop, but then you have that dogness and that grittiness on the other side, right? That carries you through the fight. That's like the fighter mentality, that warrior spirit inside of you. So I think he's got very strong basis on both sides of the coin, and I respect that a lot about him. But also, I don't give a fuck about it because I'm a dog too.
Oh, oh, that's what I like to hear. I like the dog mentality. We're all dogs out here trying to get it by, you know? All right. I want to know just a couple more things from you. So, coming into the first fight, what do you think you're going to focus more being MMA coming into this dirty, not dirty boxing, because the dirty boxing I think you could do really well in, but what are you going to focus mainly in coming into the BKFC?
Hmm.
Footwork? Is it head movement? Is it going to be trying? Because listen, my thing is I think sometimes when I don't have gloves, I can cover up. And I watched this last fight in California. They'll still get you. I don't think there's anywhere you can hide inside them arms.
Oh
You
yeah,
can
no,
get it
no,
a
no,
little
no, no.
bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think all right. Well, that's all right. There you go. That's a good base to go off. I think getting kind of varying my boxing skills a little bit, which I already do with MMA and everything, man. Like, and that's why when they were asking me like what makes me different, it's like I have the ability to fight any sort of style. Like I can Philly shell, I can high shell, I can put both hands down and just use pure head movement and distance management to make people miss and get back in. So like I have a very high level of athleticism and a very high level of coordination and physical strength, speed, everything physical, right? That I believe I can kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Program a very, very, very successful BKFC style. But also at the same time, I'm still figuring that out right now, man. I got till February 7th. I think I got like about a little over 2 weeks until I hit that like 8 week standard training camp period, right? So for me, I want to stay mysterious. I want to keep it a little bit of a secret until I actually get into the BKFC and I start showing. I want to I love talking, man. I love hyping things up. I love being optimistic about stuff, but also at the same time, like I have to be honest and say, like, I don't fully know what my style is going to look like going into the BKFC. And that's part of this journey and the time that I have to prepare for Philly. Going into Philadelphia, man, it is savage in Philly for
Oh,
sports, right? So, but I love it. That gives me like that I like that. I like that
yeah.
feeling, man. It gets my heart rate pumping, it gets me excited. So yeah, man, I got a lot of work and stuff to figure out. But I will say I want to bridge my traditional boxing skills with that dirty boxing MMA type of fight you'll see within a BKFC fight, right? So you're gonna have the pure boxing elements you'll see before people clinch up. So there are aspects of my defense that I need to be less one dimensional or two dimensional with, if that makes sense. Again,
It
like
does.
going back to
Yeah.
just the high guard or just the Philly shell. So yeah, man, I think overall defensively, I'm gonna be kind of spreading out my chips a lot. But then when it comes to offense, and my actual attacks and how I'm gonna finish the fight, I'm gonna be dialing those in and keeping those kind of secret and mysterious for right now.
Let me tell you something. The MMA guys do have a little bit of advantage in certain areas. You're like a switch army knife, dude. You have so many different things as far as an MMA guy that comes in. On top of that, the pressure. I think some people fold in that pressure, that walk out, that walk, and you've already gone through like the toughest walks. You have some things in your corner that will really help you, that will build you more and more. And I always have a good slew of guys. So if you ever look for some BKFC guys to come train with, you let me know because I can get you in with some of the best inside the world, some of the top fighters inside the world. I've been blessed and lucky enough to be around them and to get to know some of them. So you let me know if you ever need some of that top work, and I can always
We'll
help
take
you
you
out.
up
But
on that.
I know you probably have inside your gym is probably a bunch of sharks. So that's how it typically is that you don't have to go too far around where you're at. You got a
Yeah,
bunch of
man.
sharks swimming around.
Well, dude, the DMV, man, the DMV is filled with so much combat sports talent, man. It's a honestly, I feel like kind of a little bit of an untapped area in terms of like, MMA and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
even I guess like, granted BKFC and dirty boxing and all that are they're growing sports and stuff like that. But dude, yeah, the DMV, dude, Maryland even just in itself, dude, there's so many great athletes that come out of Maryland. And yeah, I
it's
think
crazy.
it's a
Yeah,
small
the
pond,
boxing's
but we got a
good.
lot of big fish.
Yeah, the boxing just with Giovante Davis. I mean, he really helped with in the boxing in the in the area. Not just with that, but it's a big area for boxing in general and fighting and MMA and just and everything. All right, dude, I'm gonna get to this. This is my favorite part for you is to be able to give back to the people that have given you so much. We always want to give back sponsorships, family, friends, little brothers, big brothers. It don't matter. Just give back to whoever you love to, man.
All right, cool. Well, first and foremost, Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. Give it up to
Amen.
God, man. He's the reason I'm here on this earth. He's the reason that I'm in the position I'm in. He blessed me with good health, a healthy and able body to even be able to go out and do this. So shout out to God, man. He's the reason. But besides that, my family, my mom, my dad, those supportive people ever. I dropped out of college way back in the day to pursue a fight career, and they've been nothing but supportive, even if they weren't super on board with it right away. But they're always loving me. They're always supporting me, and through my good and through my bad. And then the same goes for my two brothers, Sammy and Michael. And that'll be my corner rolling into Philly. It's gonna be the Semi brothers, man. So shout out to my brothers for always keeping me honest, always motivating me, inspiring me to wake up and fucking grind and get after it every day. Shout out to Clinch Academies where I coach MMA at. And then also shout out to Crazy 88, all my teammates and all my fam over there. Like I got, like we were talking about before, I got a bunch of different people that I've got to meet and I train with here and there periodically. So shout out to all my teammates, all my friends, all my fight friends, all my regular friends, man, who always be hitting me up and asking me how I'm doing. So no one really specific, man. I don't have any sponsorships or anything going on right now. But I'm just a community person, man. I don't gotta keep receipts and stuff like that. I'm just always looking out for my fam, my friends. They're always looking out for me. We're hitting each other up, calling each other. So shout out to all my people who happen to be watching this interview. I love you guys.
Jedi, the man of the people. That's what I'm talking about. That's pretty awesome. I really enjoyed that, man. You seem like a really down to earth dude that likes being around humans. So some people don't necessarily enjoy it too much, and they need to be kept away from them until they get ready to fight. Now, this is the fans' favorite part, not always my favorite part, and I might not enjoy this one, but in this one, we call this pretender versus contender. And this, I like the challenge, get a little bit of sparring with you, just show the fans that the Jedi style, the speed, and show them what you got. Now, I do want to tell you, I would like to wrestle with you, give you a little bit of jujitsu and see what we
Oh
got there.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm definitely down, brother. I think we'll have fun both in the grappling and the striking departments. Given we're both kind of Swiss Army knife. We're like I tell people all the time, they're like, what's your style? I'm like, I'm a mutt, dude. I'm a mix of everything, but mutts make the best dogs, so
They do indeed. And to be honest with you, dude, like now I have to be able to do that. If you're better than me at striking, I have to be able to go to the ground. If I can't go to the ground, I got to go up top. I think, and it only improves you. Like I tell every single person, if you're not improving in martial arts, if you're not improving as a human being, what are you really doing at life? It has to be that at life. You need to get better. You need to improve. And God's given you so much to do in your life. You got a big brain. You got to use it, dude, all the time.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
All
man.
right. Hey,
Motion is lotion.
this is yeah, I agree with you, dude. It's been awesome talk with you. I do want you to leave the fans with this. Come February 7th, I want you to tell the fans what we have to look forward to with Semi, the Jedi.
Okay. All right. All BKFC fans, all fight sport fans, combat sports fans, tune in February 7th, 2026, in the heart of Philadelphia. I'm going in for a BKFC debut. Me and my opponent are gonna put on absolute fireworks for as long as it lasts. It could last 10 seconds, it could last all 3 rounds, but no matter what, you're all gonna be on the edge of your seat. You're gonna be excited, you're gonna be entertained. Yeah, let's go.
Hey, baby, I enjoy it. Look forward to seeing you. Like I said, if you're going to come down, put your face. You're more than welcome to come down. We probably could being a golden ticket winner, you probably get tickets to any of the shows now. Must be nice, Semi the Jedi. But I appreciate your time, dude. Thanks so much for your time. I mean, I appreciate it. God bless you.
Thank you, brother. You too.